Hey guys, my name is Walter, and sorry if you see this black screen here. You'll be seeing it for the rest of this recording. So if you don't like it, just leave your thoughts down below. So this video is about my thoughts on Destiny 2 Beyond Light. I know tons of YouTubers have already done something like this, and I just wanted to give my personal thoughts on it. I'll be covering a basic number of topics. I would just say like the basics and how I like it like in general. I won't be covering everything because that'll be like a 40-minute video. And I want to keep this around maybe like 10-15 minute video. So, first thing I want to discuss is how I personally liked it day one launch. So day one launch was pretty decent, I would say. I was not, fortunately, not stuck in queue times for a million hours straight, which is awesome. I got to play the campaign without getting error coded once. Um, the new weapons, fantastic. They're actually worth to be grinding for, and new loophole and all that stuff. But my personal thoughts on it, I loved it. I would maybe give it like around a Rise of Iron tier. Before, my first thoughts were, oh, this was going to be Forsaken good. But as I play it now, a couple months after it was released, I thought, now my thoughts are, okay, this is, in my opinion, Rise of Iron good. Like, it's not fucking bad, which is awesome, but it's not like Forsaken-esque, right? And it's not like taking King big. I would probably give it Rise of Iron big. So first topic I want to talk about is the sunsetting issue. That was not good. Um, I think it was done way overboard. They sunsetted a lot of things that they could not give us back to us. Yes, they gave us actual good weapons. Not talking about the Season of the Hunt weapons, because those are kind of... There's only two good things that are worth grinding for. But I'm talking about the new weapons, like the new ones, like the Europa weapons, and the new weapons added to the loot pool and all that stuff. Firstly, the Europa weapons. Those were pretty good and esque of kind of bringing up this sunsetting issue level like down a bit. But that was basically it. So the sunsetting issue, we all know, basically all year 1 stuff got sunsetted, including some year 2 stuff. But what we also didn't know, that Bungie never clarified on, is that year 3 stuff also got sunsetted. Example, One Small Step, and all the Shadowkeep armor and Dreambane and all that stuff got sunsetted. And we were never told about that. So that was really shocking that that happened. So they really went overboard on that, and they really sunsetted a lot of stuff, a lot of weapons that they could not back them up for. They couldn't give us like nearly amount as weapons as they sunsetted. Well, they did give us some good weapons. And all the Europa weapons are worth grinding for. The only ones that are low tier grinding are Decays, the Coriolis Force, and I would say, yeah, that's all I gotta say for. Every other weapon, they're actually worth grinding for. They're actually really good. One example of one of the newest weapons, not Europa weapons, is the Xenoclast 4. That thing is a tank if you get Pulse Monitor and 1-2 Punch. I got that, and it is fucking amazing. But again, even though these are really great weapons, they're not as nearly good as what we had before the sunset. Another issue I want to talk about with the sunset is armor. The new Europa armor is really good. I wouldn't say like stylish good, but I would say decent. since they also buffed resilience, recovery, and all that stuff, they're even better for to farm for. So there's that. I'll give them that they gave us some more armor to actually get, instead of just sunsetting shit and all that. Oh, also forgot to cover the raid weapons as well, added on top of the new weapons. Raid weapons are like Vault of Glass S tier. Like, they're like Vault of Glass good. They're weapons that can only roll with these perks and only have these, and are actually significant to the loot pool. So that also brings the sunsetting down a bit. And right now, as of right now, today is December 17th, 2020. As of right now, I would say that people aren't really noticing the sunsetting as much, which is amazing. But the armor and some weapons, some you can notice. But Bungie's doing a really great job with that issue. So, next topic I want to talk about is campaign-wise. So the campaign, in my opinion, was really good. It was Rise of Iron-esque. But one thing that was really setting apart from any other campaign, in my opinion, that I've been playing since Year 1, Day 1, Destiny 1, Year 1, Day 1, Destiny 2, all the way through. And I played every single campaign Day 1, and I have never seen any other campaign, in my experience, that you were severely underleveled for, and that was just insane. Of course, I got to the campaign Day 1, maybe in about 10 hours, because I took maybe 2 hours or 3 hours of grinding, but in the end, didn't get anything that would help me, so all that grinding went to waste. And I beat Aramis. I think she was an 1160 boss. I was, no joke, 1100, and I somehow beat her. So that happened, which was awesome. But the campaign itself was really good. Aramis was a really good villain, and she's a villain that Bungie could scrap because she's actually not dead. So that's actually something else, and I think that's really cool of an idea, how you keep a villain basically dead but not dead. So you can bring her back at any time, but it has to be like within lore range. You can't just fucking, hey, by the way, she's back. No, you can't do that. But I like the idea. I think the campaign was really fun. Except the Wyverns. Hey, Bungie, if you listen to this, please nerf Wyverns damage. They are way too high. They're like raid boss damage. Like, please nerf the damage on them. So, anyways. Third topic I want to talk about is the Stasis subclass. We all know Day 1 or even Week 1 launch Stasis was broken, and it technically is now. And as we all know, Warlock got a really big nerf. As a Warlock player main that has never ever played any other character in D1 or D2, and has been a Warlock main since Day 1, Year 1, Destiny 1, I gotta say what they did with the Warlock was good. They nerfed it really, really greatly, except the melee. The melee, I don't think they needed to even touch. Because of course, Warlock got buffed recently, so it's back to its original status, plus it even got a little buff with how close you can activate it towards enemies, which I think that was really great on their part. Now, one thing that I do not like, however, is that they even bothered to nerf the Warlock Super in the first place. Now this is going on about the Warlock Super. But I don't think that was necessary in my opinion, but I'll get to that later in the video. So Stasis subclass supers, I really like the concept of darkness subclasses. We have our light bases, and now we have darkness, and I like the